Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I apologize for sounding like a giant decongested nose. I haven't posted in the last week because I have been sick. Really badly sick, actually. But I'm here. I'm still sick, but I am just better enough to where I could tolerate putting on makeup and filming for at least a video at a time, I think. I have a bunch of stuff that I need to catch up on, but we're just gonna get through it as I can get through it. Anyways, as you can see, I did cut my hair. Looks kind of funky right now because I just washed it and then I didn't do anything with it, but yeah. So Project Pan. Last update before the finale, which will probably, hopefully, if I don't get sick again, if nothing else happens, just prepare for something awful to happen and then be pleasantly surprised when it doesn't. I plan to have up in the first week of 2019 because I don't want this dragging too far into January, because I will count the total up until the day I update, but I just don't want it to go too far into it. It feels kind of like cheating, honestly, but it's fine. Anyways, I finished 4 products. I thought I was going to finish 5, and one of the ones I finished wasn't even what I was expecting to finish. But my total, by the way, if you are tuning in for the first time, where have you been? No, I'm just kidding. I have a playlist that I will link down below so you can see everything that I've worked on up until now, but I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to get to $1,000 worth of product. I started off just trying to do makeup. I quickly realized that was folly. And as long as I don't get sick again in the next couple of weeks, and I actually, you know, wear makeup and do my skincare every day and all that kind of stuff, which I haven't been, that's why my skin is really pissed off at me right now. But I got a zit for my birthday, which, by the way, I was sick on my freaking birthday. I know 33 isn't like, you know, a huge year or anything, but I wanted to celebrate it. Now I can't celebrate really until like January when my husband has a day off of work. I'm elaborating because I haven't filmed in like a week and I think I've forgotten how. My goal was to get to $1,000 worth of used up product. At this time, I am now at $885.43, so I'm really close. That is US dollars, by the way. That's where I live, so that's where I count it. I do count the full price of what I can currently purchase it at. So not what I paid for it, or in at least one case, Influencer sent me something, so I didn't pay for it at all. I don't have that in a lot of these cases though, but I do have like stuff I've gotten from subscription bags, gifts, that sort of thing. So I'm counting the replacement price, or in one case of something that's been discontinued, what it cost when you could buy it. So yeah, let's get started. Like I said, I finished 4 items. What I did not expect to finish, because I literally only put it in here last month, I finished my lip liner. This is the Julep Invisible Get in Line Invisible Lip Liner, and not only did it get really low, the product kept falling out the last couple of sharpens, so I didn't even get to use the last little bit. Which happens with a lot of sharpenable pencils, kind of drives me crazy, but like the bottom has come loose, I can't sharpen it anymore, I'm done with it. But I actually really love this lip liner. I just wish I didn't go through it in like 2 months, because it is $16 and I have to buy it from Julep. The other makeup product, I finally finished this. This is my, I almost said Wet n Wild blush. No, that's not right. No, this is the Physicians Formula Nude Wear Blush. Here is what it looked like last time. And this time on Dragon Ball Z, this is what it looks like. It's just an empty pan. I'm actually going to repress the mini blush that I'm trying to use up in my, what's it called? What's that thing called? Mini Madness, because I'm starting to go through it really quickly because there's not a lot of product left, but because it's in such a tiny pan, it is the Balm's Frat Boy mini blush. It's really hard to get to, so I think I will be reusing this to press something else into. Now for the 2 skincare items. First I have the Tata Harper Rejuvenating Serum. And I actually like went in there and scraped it as best as I could. We started like right here last month because I had already been using it when I threw it in here, but this is expensive and I don't like it. What is it worth? This is half of the full size, so it is worth $36.67. And it has like the bad kind of herbal smell. I don't know if you guys, if that makes sense to you guys or not, but I really did not care for it. And finally, I finished the Lense Evercalm Global Protection Day Cream. It is completely empty. I cut it open and everything. I was good. I don't know. I don't know where it was marked at last time. I think it was about here. There looks like the remnants of a mark right there, but because I cut it open and, you know, pushed it in and everything, the mark has disappeared, but it is done. That's what counts. I also did not like this. I thought it was too heavy. Now for everything else. And I am actually going to be adding in some products this time. 3 of them are minis, but they are expensive minis, so I figured why not. First is my Wet n Wild contour kit. This is what it looked like last time. And here we are today. I did finish the highlight side up, so I finished half of it. I'm probably gonna count, even though I mostly use this as a powder to blend my contour, I'm gonna count this as a highlighter at the end of the year for my makeup empties, or at the beginning of next year, let's be honest. But I actually did repress it, and I have already hit pan again. This chunk over here literally broke off today while I was doing my makeup, and it immediately like fell in my dog's hair. So, like it fell on my dog in his hair, because he sits in my lap when I do makeup because he's a nuisance. I love him, but he's a butt. So I'm probably going to have to repress this again at the beginning of the year. I am going to carry this into another project that I'm doing next year, because it never ends. I don't know. Who are these people that go through this in like 6 months? Who are you? I am not one of those people, but I've seen people power through that. And that's why I threw it in here in the first place, because I was like, okay, I need a longer project to throw that in, but it's not going to take me the whole year. Everybody else burns through it. 12 months later, here we are. Next is my nail polish, which I need to repaint my nails. I haven't done anything in the past week. But this is the Julep nail polish in the shade Jana. I hope you can see where I'm at. I'm about halfway through the bottle now. Obviously, I am not going to use this up in a month because I just don't paint my nails enough. Like, that bit of progress was actually pretty good for me, because sometimes I only use this like twice. But I think I used this like 4 or 5 times in the past 5 to 6 weeks, let's be honest. I do hope to finish this up next year. I don't know what project I'm going to put this in next year, because I know I'm doing a project with the some Geeks and Beauties ladies. I'm doing a big project there that's going to be a year long. I'm doing a version of the Mini Madness again, I know, and I am doing 7 by Spring, so. Because I actually conducted a poll on my page, because apparently I can do that now. And I was like, what do you guys want to see next year? Most of you want to see more Project Pants, which I'm totally fine with, but I'm going to end my Project Polish at the end of this year, so I'm not going to do like a full Project Polish anymore, which I haven't finished any of them, so I'm just going to show y'all guys where I got with them. And I'm going to throw like this one and probably the other Julep one that I'm currently working on into some Project Pan. That's going to go for like 4 or 5 months. I have to figure out what that is. Let me know what's going around Project Pan wise for next year, and I will see if I can jump on the bandwagon for one of them. Or maybe I'll come up with something good on my own. Who knows? Next is my toner. This was the thing from Influencer that I still have, actually. It's the Lancome Tonique Comfort Rehydrating Comforting Toner with Acai Honey. This probably would have been finished if I wasn't sick so damn much in the past month or so. But we're very close. Last month we were here, we are now all the way down to here. Even though I really only have about 3 weeks to finish this left, including a little bit into next year, I don't foresee this being any problem to use up. Another thing I don't foresee being a problem is my Urban Decay Setting Mist. I went through this a lot quicker than I thought I was going to. I didn't think I was going to finish this by the end of the year initially. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. But last month I was here, and now I am down to here. Like I said, as long as I don't get sick again and can actually wear makeup basically every day, I foresee no problem in getting to the $1,000 goal. Next is something I have not touched, just going into a project for next year. This is a Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. Like I said, haven't touched it at all. Been concentrating on the Julep concealer that I guess I will go ahead and show you now. Which I don't think I will finish this by the end of this year, but I think I will finish this in January, which is fine. But this is the Cushion Complexion 5-in-1 Skin Perfector with turmeric. I use it as a concealer. You can use this as this is kind of a foundation. I don't know. I think you would go through it really fast if you use it as a foundation though. Here are my marks. I have been told that there is still a decent amount of product up here, but by decent I mean it just doesn't end when you go past the window. So I don't think I will necessarily finish this by the end of this project, but I will finish it probably at some point in January. Julep Mattifying Primer. I barely used this last month. Like even... Mo! You nanny? Stop the hat! My dog's scratching into the couch because he's a loon. I barely use this. My skin has not been dry by any means. Like, I'm just not a dry skin person. I'm very, very oily. But it's been getting along better with slightly more moisturizing primers. So I haven't really been wanting to use this too much because this is heavy duty stuff. This is akin to the Becker Evermatte. Not quite that strong, but it's definitely got that kind of like thick, almost glue-like texture. And I just haven't really wanted to wear it. I will use it up next year. It's fine. And I think that is, no, wait, one more product, and then I will show you the stuff on paper, and then I will show you 4 things that I'm adding in. I don't know where this was last time. This is the Elizabeth Amott Tint and Sass Cheek Stain. I'm not wearing it today because I can really only use this and not look insane when I use my beauty sponge, but I didn't feel like washing it today, so I didn't use that. But I don't know where I was last time, but I am now down to here because unfortunately the mark rubbed off. I don't think I will finish this by the next month, but this is another thing that I think I will finish in January. When you use this with a sponge, you use up a little more product. You know, it's like what foundations and everything else that you use a sponge with. And I just got this crap all over my fingers. Oh, awesome. Whatever. I don't care. But because you use up a little bit extra of it when you use it with a sponge, which I don't use it when I don't have a sponge, so I guess it kind of equals out. I kind of go through those liquid stains pretty fast. But I think they look better when you apply them with a sponge. Like, that's the one way I've ever been able to use them and not them immediately dry on my skin as soon as they touch it. And then I can actually like blend them out and make them look good. Now my notebook looks like it got its period. What is wrong with me? I'm sorry. Anyways, for the 3 products that I measure on a piece of paper, first is this Kat Von D painted lipstick in... Oh, who cares? You can't even buy it anymore. I wrote it down and it's gonna bug me until I say it. Ritual. And this is all I have left. So little, yet it's not done. I actually am wearing it on top of another lipstick today because the thing I put on was super bright and I was like, whoa, that's too much for me, necessarily. I don't really like bright pinks on me, and that's what I ended up putting on. But I almost finished this. If I had worn this like a couple of more days, it would be done. Because if I wasn't sick, I would have filmed this and put it up last week, so I can't count last week as really as any progress I missed. But here it is, right here by my finger. Oh, so little left. So that will be done by the end of the year. Next is my Anastasia brow pencil. I don't think I'm gonna finish this by the end of the year, but I'm not sure. Because I go through a lot of it at one time, and if I actually wear makeup, I might finish it by the last update. I don't know. But here is what I have left. Anyways, yeah. Not a ton, but like a real amount of product. I don't have like a little bitty nub or anything. But if you go by my progress lines for it, which is right here, I could feasibly use up that amount of product. So, like I said, that one is just, I don't know. I'm going to edit a lot of this. And finally, before I get into new products, here is my Julep Gel Eyeliner Pencil. This is one I thought I was going to finish, but I was able to keep sharpening it. So I just kept sharpening it. It's really tiny though. I mean, it's also starting to dry out really bad. So I will probably just let it go at the end of the year, even if it's not quite done. I don't really see that being a problem though. It's probably going to be done. Anyways, here are the lines for it. So there's really not a lot left. Anyways, on to the 4 new products. First is something that is such a gimme at this point. I'm a little embarrassed to put this in here, but this is a really expensive product, so it's fine. This is, I used up a half size of this earlier in the year, but this is a mini of it. The Shiseido Ultimune Power Infusing Concentrate. Because this is going up late, I used up a little bit more of it. We are starting like right here. That'll be nothing to finish up. But this is $22 of product. So yeah, I'm gonna throw it in here. Next is a Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. This is $10 for these little bitty things like this. But I mean, you can still totally purchase these, and as you can see, mine is still sealed. Ooh, it smells so good. I know this isn't quite the right time of year for these type of scents, but I don't care. This is the kind of scents that I like. So this is primarily what I use year round. I will use like a cranberry scented thing around the holidays, as far as I'm going to go into like a holiday scent. Like, I don't like too much in the way of really spicy scented things, so that's just not my jam, so I don't use those that time of this year anyway. Next is a hair conditioner, and I just cut my hair, so I'm going to be using less of it, of course. This is the Brioche Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. This is the $20 product, just for this little tube. We are starting right here, but I will probably do good to finish that since I cut my hair. As I did have hair like down to here, and all of it was dry and dead, and I'm trying to cut the bleached part out of my hair. I'm going to be dyeing it again soon. I'm going to be dyeing it like a huntery green, but I wanted to cut my hair before I did that. And finally, another one of these. I used one of these up in this project earlier this year, but these go kind of quickly, which is why I would never purchase one with my own money, but I both swapped for a couple of these, and a friend of mine actually just sent me hers because it didn't work for her. This is the Pores No More Vacuum Cleaner Pore Purifying Mask by Dr. Brandt. This is $42. And we are starting right here, and you're like, that's still a lot of product. I will have to cut this open in about another mask or two and go from there, because there's just not a lot of product in these. So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!